If it feels nice to close your eyes, you can do so, or you can keep them softly open. Whatever serves you best to arrive here and to kind of separate yourself out from that which has come before this moment and not try to push ahead into what might be in the future. Just come into this present moment with your breath, with whatever it takes, maybe a little bit of willpower to arrive in the present. And a little bit of softening. Sometimes we don't realize how much we are holding. And if you're holding tight, it's really hard to do anything on top of that. So see if you can let go a little bit. Let your pelvis soften. Imagine it expanding into the earth. And then just to check in, you can do a couple little butt squeezes or Kegels just to activate and feel your aliveness there. And then let go and let ground again. Settling in, finding your length through the spine. Finding the space and freedom that's available to you right now. And notice your jaw and see if you can let it soften and slack in a little more. You can make some sound. You can let some air out through your lips, like a horse's nicker. And then tune into the muscles and the bones and the tendons and ligaments of your neck and your head, and see if there's anything you can do to just let go and release a little more to give you more space and length up and out. Breathing into this arriving experience. Reaching your arms wide and high, interlacing the fingers and drawing the palms skyward. Getting longer, longer, longer through each side. Inviting in some breath into your armpits as your shoulder blades drop down and your heart and your gaze lift, staying grounded and soft. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms down and take a look down, down, down. And then inhale again, reaching arms out wide and high, interlace once again. Palms draw to sky, shoulders house down, heart and belly and gaze lift up. Pelvis stays rooted and grounded. See what's possible in this moment to make it even nicer, better for you. Exhale, sweep on down and look down, opening the back of the neck. Circle those shoulders a couple times. Move your head a little bit. And we'll take one more round like this, reaching wide and high, interlace. Palms open. Space opens up. Gaze looks up. Inhale. And exhale, gaze comes down as the arms swoop down. We'll take those shoulder circles again. Circling the shoulders, letting the head move gently, letting the elbows fly free and the wrists and the fingers as well. Just inviting in some energy through the breath and these easy movements, big back strokes. Letting your eyes follow those big strokes. Refreshing your body with these movements. Interlace your hands back behind you. Drop the shoulders, lift the chest. And once again, breathe. Broaden. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and choose a gaze either up or down that feels good. Let your back arch a little bit, opening a little back bend. Inhaling. And then exhale, give yourself a hug around your body and round the back a little bit, drop your head. Little collapse feeling. Just softening, a little sway side to side to open up those rib spaces. Another softening exhale. And then again, big backstrokes for the arms and come into that sense of opening through the front body, a little back bend feeling. And interlace the hands, switching the clasp behind you. Lift the heart, arch the back, maybe the gaze looks up. Feel how that feels in your breath and your body. Inhale. And exhale, this time we'll find a neutral zone and just have a seat in the center of yourself. Taking a moment to welcome yourself to your body and your practice, the present moment, and all the possibilities that exist around that. Let's transition to all fours and continue with some of those arches and rounds with cats and cows. So looking up through chin, chest, eyes, and tail. And then rounding out, dropping the head, dropping the tail, squeezing the belly, pressing into the palms, maybe a little shake out for the head or the tail. And inhale again, opening up the front body, shoulders draw down away from the ears. And moving in your own pacing, finding the arching, the Halloween cat shape, the head bowing, the belly strengthening. Moving through these two positions in your own way, in your own timing, with your breath as your accompaniment. Enjoy the movements throughout. If there's a way to make it more enjoyable or better for yourself, follow that. Listen to your body's wisdom. Last couple rounds like this. And come to neutral, tabletop, draw the belly in, lengthen crown of head forward, tailbone back. Reach the right leg back behind you, come on the ball of that right foot, spread the toes, lengthen out through the right heel and open up through the back of the knee and the calf, and find yourself in a little bounce with a little breath. And go ahead and float that right leg up into space and lengthen your left arm forward in opposition, circling out your wrist and your ankle, circle in both directions. And then draw in elbow to knee, round it out. Left hand comes down and the right knee opens out to the side, and take some little fire hydrant pulses, lifting that knee up in space. Feeling a tiny little burn through the outer hip. Really enjoying this for 3 more counts. 2, 1. Kick out through the right heel, lengthen that leg, reach it on back behind you, and then step it to the outside of the left side of your mat, lengthening your right arm now also to the left to stretch out the right side. And then lean back and lift the heart toward the sun. Right foot comes down to the mat, right arm reaches out and open, expand through the heart, open through that right arm, that right wrist, that right palm. Inhale it and exhale back. Right hand comes down, right leg reaches back out to the right. Bend the knee back in that fire hydrant position and little pulses, 5 breaths, rather 5 counts. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Reach the right leg long into space, the left arm forward. Inhale. Exhale on back to all 4s and just move it around your way. It could be cats and cows. It could be these wild spirals and swirls. Anything your body asks for, offer it up. Treat it well during this practice. Left leg lengthens out, spread those left toes, reach out through the Achilles tendon and heel of the left side, and then bring it into a bounce. Enjoy. Invite in some breath. Let go of that which does not serve. Check in with your jaw. Make some sound if it feels right. And launch the left leg up into space. Reach your right arm forward in opposition. Circle out, wrist and ankle. Breathing into the lengthening of the bones of the arm and the leg. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze in, round in, elbow to knee. Right hand comes down. Left leg lifts up like a fire hydrant and little pulses for 5 counts. 4, 3, 2, kick out, extend that left leg out to the left. Enjoy. And then big swoop around. Left foot comes over to the right side. Left arm reaches toward the right. Big stretch for the left side body. And we transition it by bringing left foot flat down, and the heart lifts up as the left arm swings back and opens the chest. Maybe the head throws back. It feels good. Take a breath. And swing it on back. Left hand comes back. Left leg swings off to the left. Bend that left knee, and those little fire hydrant pulses through the burn of the left hip. 2 more breaths. Re-extend the left leg back behind you. The right arm reaches forward. Take a breath. And come on back to all fours and just move it around your way. Curl the toes under when you are ready and rise your way on up, downward facing dog. Take the time to walk it out, bend one knee and then the other. Use that to kind of shift from side to side and even spiral a little. Turn your chest and your torso in opposition to the bent knee. So if left knee bends, the belly and torso spin up toward the right. The head also kind of twists and turns a little bit. Just easing into your body your way, opening up the toes and the fingers, little grips for the fingers, maybe coming to stillness at some point if that feels good. Check in with your shoulder blades that you're not wearing them like earrings. Drop them actively down the back, up, up, up toward the sky, lifting those sitting bones high. And we'll go ahead and draw the feet together and really engage the kneecaps up toward the hip creases. Pull back and up through the hip creases. Reach your right leg on up to the sky. Bend that knee and little fire hydrant pulses here, lifting that right knee up, up, up a few times. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's roundhouse kick that right heel out to the side and little pulses that way. 5, 4, 3, 2. Swing it back to the back. Inhale. And exhale, we'll step the right foot forward, sink down onto the left knee. Walk your hands forward a little bit and just dip your hips deep. Walking the right toes out to the right and just sway a little bit through the hips. Turning over to the right hand comes to the knee, the right knee, and just gazing back behind you. Twist and turn, look back behind you. Take a breath, inhale. And we'll go ahead and point right toes back to center. Come on back upright. Hands come to that front thigh. Interlace hands back behind you. Open the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Drop the shoulders down the back. Draw the belly in. You're more in a neutral position for the legs. But open the chest, open the heart. Ease through the neck. Take a breath. Let's fly into our standing split. Hands plant. Left leg flows to the sky, head bows heavy. And see if you can pulse little pulses up with that left leg as you both ground through the right foot and kind of unweight through the right hip. See what's there for you. One more breath. Lift that left leg as high as you can. Imagine standing split. And step back strong. High plank. All the way down to your belly. Inhale, lift up, straighten the arms a little bit or a lot, lift the chest, drop the shoulders down the back, strong through the legs and glutes, a little squeeze to those glutes. Come on back down, press up, high plank, and exhale back downward facing dog. Again, palms press forward, shoulder blades draw down the back, armpits open. Sitting bones lift, feet come together. Kneecaps lift, toes might lift. Give your head a little nod, yes. And notice what you're saying yes to so far in this practice. And launch your left leg on up to the sky. And bend that knee, roll the hip open and take some little pulses up for 5, 4, knee goes toward the sky, 3, squeeze the glutes when you get to that burning moment, 1 more breath, kick the left heel out to the left and little pulses, 5, 4, 3, 2, swing it back up toward the sky, back behind you, inhale. And exhale, step the left foot forward, sink the right knee down, turn the left toes out toward the left, and just dip in a little bit, roll your hips side to side. Luxuriate in movements that feel good for your body. Left hand comes to left knee and turn to look back behind you. Through a nice rotation through the spine, take another breath. Find the cherry on top, the landing pose for this moment. And then unfurl, turn your left toes forward, come on back up. So your left knee's on top of your left ankle. And this time reach those arms out wide in a wide T. Pinky fingers lift, thumbs drop. Lift the chest, draw the belly in. Find your stability, find your fluidity. Reach the arms up high, inhale. And then go ahead, plant the hands and launch the right leg up into space. Little pulses, bowing the head, letting go where you can, lightening up where you can, and really engaging where you can, where it feels right to do these things. Now, launch your right leg as high as you can in this moment, and then step back strong to the high plank. This time just hover, chaturanga, maybe the knees come down, always an option. Inhale your version of a back bend, lift the heart, squeeze the glutes, lengthen out strong through the legs. And exhale this time straight back, downward facing dog. Big breath in, a nice sigh out. Nod your head yes once again, and this time add in a shake out no. And notice what you're saying no to in this practice today or these days in your life. Take a breath, exhale it out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the front. Reach on out, flat back. Exhale, fold and bow. Walk your feet as wide as you like. Let's take a few moments in ragdoll pose. Bending your knees, releasing your shoulders. Releasing your head, swaying it out a little bit, might feel amazing. Follow your breath, follow your instinct. Left hand placed under your nose, right down on the floor. Right arm flows up to the sky, spin open, inhale. And exhale, right hand comes to left ankle and the left arm flows up. Spin. Pull back through that right knee. You could bend one knee or the other to bring you a little more into the twist. Just explore what feels best. Last breath. And come on back to center. Just pause for a moment in that ragdoll shape. Softening the knees, softening the spine, softening the shoulders, releasing the head. Right hand comes under the nose, right down on the floor. Left arm flows up to the sky, open, 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 inhale. And then exhale, left hand threads across to the right ankle, right arm flows up to the sky, spin. Again, you might bend one knee or the other to help you deepen into this experience. Right heart opens right up to the sky, right up through your fingertips. One more breath. And release back down, ragdoll pose. Hands to head as you round your way up to standing. Roll, roll, roll up. Inhale, reach wide and high. Look up and exhale, the hands flow right to the heart. Reach the arms high, big breath in. Exhale, swan dive, bow low, let it go. Maybe the knees bend to take you down. Inhale, reach out long to flat back, lift and lengthen long through the spine. Exhale, step or jump at high plank. Chaturanga, low push-up, elbows in close to the body. Inhale, your version of a back bend, thighs up off the ground or right down on the ground. Give a little squeeze to the glute here. And then exhale, flow it back, downward facing dog. Right leg flows to the sky, bend that right knee, roll open. Take those few pulses with the knee rising up toward the sky. Squeeze the glute. Straighten that right heel out to the side. Give a kick out to the side. And another few pulses with the leg straight if that's there for you, if it's possible. Swing the right leg back behind you, lift it high. And this time we step forward, warrior one. Right foot steps, left foot spins flat. Rise on up on your inhale. Swing wide and open, warrior two, exhale. Shimmy to the shoulders, arms, hands, fingers. Reverse your warrior, big breath in. Exhale, side angle lunge, big breath out, elbow to thigh, left arm over ear. Maybe the right arm parallels with the left, if that feels good in your body. Right hand can come back down to the thigh or deeper. Reach through the left side body. Spread from fingertips out through outer left foot. And then wrap your top arm as you're ready. Round your back for a half bind. Maybe there's a full bind for you today in your practice. See what's there. Dip through those hips. Hands come down to the floor. Right knee bends even further. Come up on the heel of the left leg, lengthening out. Left toes facing up to the sky. Arms open wide like you're hugging the world. Take a breath here. Inhale. And then side bend left. Fingertips reach to the right. Take one more breath. And we're going to find our way back to warrior two some way, somehow. Spread through the arms, sink through the hips. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And we'll flow through vinyasa, step it back, high plank. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, flow it back, down dog. Take a breath, take a sigh. Left leg flows to the sky and bend that knee and roll the hip open. And go ahead, launch your left knee up for 5 pulses, squeezing the glutes the whole way. And then straighten that left leg out to the side and 5 little pulses here. Squeeze the glutes. Do what's possible for you. When you're done, swing that left leg back behind you. Get super long. Inhale. Exhale, we step forward, warrior one. Left foot steps, right foot spins flat. Find your footing. Reach the arms high. Inhale. And exhale, we'll swing wide, warrior two. A little shimmy through the upper chest, through the arms and the fingers and the hands. Coming into a reverse warrior. Left fingertips walk along the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh. Right arm reaches over ear. Maybe the left arm joins, paralleling the arms. When you're ready, half binding, wrapping right arm around the back. Finding a nice landing point for that left elbow or hand. Dip through your hips. Spread through your right leg, right hip, right waistline. Maybe re-engaging the whole right line stretch. And then transition, bend your left knee even further. Hands come down by the left foot. Right toes point up to the sky. You're on that right heel. Open your arms wide to hug the world. Left hand comes down as the right arm swoops over the right ear. Big stretch for the right side. And we're going to find our way through our strength to come back to warrior two. You can use your hands if you need. Return to that warrior two. Feel the strength here. Reverse your warrior. And we'll find our way back to down dog any way you want to get there. Could be through a full vinyasa. Could be just heading straight back. You might want to rest in a quick child pose. Once you've reached down dog, give yourself a little nod. Yes. Yes, 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 you are doing it. And then a shake out, no. One more big breath in. Meet us in down dog if you've been resting in child. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the front. Reach on out to flat back, lift and lengthen. And exhale, give yourself a nice hug behind your calves. Fold in, bow in. Maybe the knees soften. The spine, the head also maybe soften. Roll your way up to standing. Reach your arms out wide and high. Inhale. Exhale right through the heart, namaste. Breath in, breath out. Can those shoulders relax a little more? Can you get a little more wiggle, a little more fluidity through your body? Coming out of the frozenness and into a little melt. Shift your weight off to your right foot and bring your left ankle across your right thigh. And we'll go ahead and figure 4. The left knee is dropping down as the hips draw back and the chest reaches forward. Maybe the elbows are able to land right on opposite sides of the shin. Take a breath. Rise, rise, rise up. Press through that right foot. Left heel comes to inner right thigh. Foot presses into leg, leg presses into foot for tree pose. Try it out, a little reverse namaste, hands at the back of the heart. If that's not good for you, pick another position that is. Scoot the belly in, lift the heart high. When you're ready, the arms blossom to the sky. Take a breath, inhale. And we'll swing wide, warrior 2. Exhale, nice. Reverse your warrior, straighten out your right leg. Open up that right side waist and rib, right out through the arm and fingertips. Hips hinge back toward the left heel. Right side stays super long as you come into your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Land your right hand down to the outside of the right foot. I like to use a block. Left arm flourishes to the sky, big wingspan. Maybe a little micro bend through your right knee as you spin your belly and your ribs and your heart right up toward the top hand, right up toward the sun. Imagine the left palm was a big glowing sun. Extend the crown of head forward and tailbone back. Take a breath into the fullness of this pose for you. We're going to fly into half moon. These balancing poses are extra special for the strength of your hip. So go ahead and take flight. Right hand steps forward of pinky toe. Karate kick left leg up into space and open up. Breathe. Maybe you bend your back knee and reach back for the back foot with the left hand. Enjoy the fullness of the moment. Press the foot into hand and hand into foot. And step long, warrior 2. Straightening out both legs. Turn your toes in, your heels out, facing the side of your mat. And have a little dance through the hips, through the waist and the ribs and the shoulders and head. Loosen up. Enjoy the moment. Why not? Hands come to the low back and lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Hands land to the ground. Head bows heavy. Maybe the head lands on the ground, or maybe it lands on a block. Spread through the outer edges of your legs and feet and hips. Lift the inner arches and the inner seams of your legs right up to your pelvic floor, and give your pelvic floor a little squeeze, a little couple pulses, just to feel that aliveness in that part of your body. Find your flat back, reach out long, lift and lengthen. Belly lifts up, 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 buoy yourself. Spread back through the tailbone and forward through the crown of the head. Hands come to the hips, and see if handless, you can turn to the front of your mat. Maybe you need your hands. Step your left foot in a couple inches and you're in this gentle pyramid pose. Right knee gently bent. Left hand stays down and right hand comes to the hip crease to either invite more straightening for that right leg or to keep it just gently bent. In either case, the hip crease pulls back and the energy goes into that back leg. Spin your right arm either to your pelvis, right to your sacrum, giving your sacrum and tailbone a little rub, and or float that right arm up into space. Stay really strong through the back leg as you spin through the belly, spin through the ribs, spin through the heart. Take one more breath. Unwind. We're going to step back into our tree pose. So the left foot comes to the inseam of the right leg. And foot presses into leg, and leg presses into foot. The arms bloom high when you're ready. And this time the left knee comes in toward the chest. And maybe the left heel karate kicks out forward in front of you, holding it, holding it, holding it. Bend that knee, stand on both feet, and have a little celebratory dance. Woo! Really earthing through the feet like claw, little paw palms of a cat, and move those hips and chest and shoulders and head. And then find Tadasana, mountain pose, feet earthing down, heart opening, palms spin open. And just feel the difference between the right and the left. Take a breath into what's here right now. Welcoming it all. Hands draw to the heart. Right ankle crosses over left thigh and bow your hips back and lengthen your chest forward. Elbows come down to either side of that front shin. Belly is strong. Right knee is dropping. Let's come on back up. Press through the left foot. Right heel presses into inner left thigh. Tree pose. If you want, again, to find that reverse prayer in the back, go ahead to open the heart. Really find your lift, find your ground. Bloom your branches. Inhale. And we'll swing wide warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior straight in your left leg. Hinge your tailbone back towards your right heel. Get super long through the whole left side, right out through the fingertips. This should feel delicious and like a big stretch. And from that length, we reach, reach, reach. Tailbone goes back, fingertips reach forward. Left hand comes down to the outside of the right leg. Maybe there's a micro bend through the right knee. Open your arms in wingspan. And relax into the beauty of the pose. For you. Just really follow your inspiration, follow your body's delight and wisdom, and give it an extra kick of strength and effort when you know you need that. Breathe into what is true for you. And we'll go ahead and fly into our half moon. Left hand steps forward, a pinky toe. Karate kick the right leg up into space and go. Expand in all directions, like a big starburst. If you want, you can bend your right knee and reach back for that foot or ankle if that's there for you today. Enjoy what is possible. Opening up. Reach that right leg super long and step it back. Straighten both legs, turn your toes in, your heels out. Take a little dance to loosen things up, to unfreeze, to melt. This time, interlace hands behind you, open the chest, spread through the four corners of your feet. Gaze goes up if that's available, and hinge at the hips. Keep the clasp if it feels okay for your body. Head drops down and arms reach high. And breath comes in full and deep and slow. Maybe you let your tongue out for a little walk. Ha, ha, a lion's roar. Notice what's happening through your legs and your breath. 2 more breaths. Loosen through the lips. Squeeze a little Kegel lift of the pelvic floor. And then place your hands down and come to your flat spine. Lifting up through the deep belly, lengthening out long through the spine. Big breaths. Walk your hands around to the front. Step your right foot in a couple inches. Right hand stays down, maybe on a block. And the left hand, you can bend your left knee a little bit. And the left hand invites that hip crease, that left hip crease back. And you can straighten your left leg if that's better for you, or keep it gently bent. Left hand comes to the sacrum as you turn toward the inner left thigh. Left arm flows up to the sky. Twist it up, twisting triangle. Spread into the right foot, the right leg as you turn away from that anchor point. Last breath. Now we're going to come out the way we came in. So unwind and step your right foot to the inner left thigh. Find your balance once again. Hands to the heart, foot presses into leg, leg presses into foot. Flow the arms high in your timing. Knee turns into the midline and karate kick your right heel out if that's available to you. Hold it as long as you can. And when you're ready, stand on both feet and find your mountain pose. And just check in with your body, the aliveness, the shifts that may have occurred. Breathe into what is present. Welcome it all. Flow the arms high, inhale. Swan dive forward and down, exhale. Belly lifts up as you reach over those thighs. Reach out long to flat back, lift and lengthen. Step or jump your way back to a downward facing dog. Just find that. Landing there. Opening up your side seams as if you were a fish with gills. Spread through your palms and the soles of your feet. Actively draw your shoulders down your back. Launch the right leg up to the sky and we'll step the right foot to the left wrist for pigeon pose. Before folding forward, lift your heart and maybe unweight your hands so you're really standing firm on the legs and the pelvis and the feet. You could stay upright for as long as you like. If and when you're ready, you fold in, you bow in, and any props or supports that your body wishes for, please welcome them in. If you're working on hip strength, you can curl the back toes under and lift the left kneecap up off the ground. Only if this feels good for you. A little squeeze for your glutes. If you prefer to just kind of surrender and spread and release, that might be more important. There could be a little gathering into your body with your energy, a little more activation, or there could be a little more energy kind of opening and expanding and softening through the edges. So you choose what's best in your body today. Breathe into what is just right. 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, we'll switch sides. So that could mean flowing through a whole vinyasa. It could mean stepping straight back. It could mean just crawling on off to the other side. So you choose. You might want to, between sides, kind of loosen up the right side before going to the left. But when you're ready, the left foot comes to the right wrist, any way that you want to get there. Again, sort of listen, not just sort of listen, absolutely listen to your body and its availability for the edges, its desire for a little more rest or a little more gentle movement. You know what's possible. Folding forward as you're ready. And again, some options to kind of squeeze and draw in, maybe to lift the right kneecap off the ground, or the option to just soften and let go a little more and just kind of spread out like a puddle of water, opening out to the edges and beyond. What do you need and what brings you this, whichever kind of medicine, of offering that your body needs? How do you find your way? Noticing the steps, kind of bringing mindfulness into every movement, so that every movement is a choice and a little bit of a dialing in. Last 2 breaths. This time we're going to make our way to lying on our backs. So if you want to come back to down dog in between, please do that. We'll meet lying on our backs and just spread out long to begin. A little shake out for the legs, maybe a little wiggle through the spine and the head and the shoulders. Maybe some little windshield wipers feel really nice. Some breaths, bringing your awareness to that. More softening, more melting. Meet me with both feet on the ground and the knees facing up to the sky. The heels walk in close to your hips so your fingers can graze your heels. And just a couple little bounces through the pelvis, just to sort of release any tension through the sacrum that you might be feeling. And then we're going to move our way up slowly into bridge pose. So just come up a couple inches like you're hovering, little helicopter hover just off the ground, just a couple inches. You could sway gently side to side from foot to foot. And when you're ready, come up through the center a couple more inches and just take a moment to squeeze and gather in the pelvic bones, all the pelvic energy into the pelvic bowl. A little flow side to side might feel really nice. And then when you're ready, back to center, come all the way up into the full bridge pose. If you need something more restorative, place the block underneath. But if you're working strength for the hips today, really see if you can work to press through your feet. You might walk your feet in further and squeeze those glutes and squeeze the shoulder blades together. You could interlace your fingers underneath you or take the sides of your mat with your hands. Scoot your belly in, lengthen your thighs forward, squeeze your pelvic floor and your glutes. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, the right hip comes down gently and the left hip presses up. Inhale, come on back through center. Both hips press up to the sky, both hip bones. Exhale, the left hip bone, the left side of the hip goes down, the right side goes up. Inhale, come on back. We'll take one more round. Left hip high, right hip low. Inhale, back up, squeeze in the center. Exhale, left hip low, right hip energizing up. Inhale, squeeze on up. 1, 2, 3 breaths. As long as you can stand it. And exhale all the way down nice and gently. Lengthen up through the arms and legs. Easy movements through those arms and legs. Reaching out through one side and then the other. Finding your breath. We're going to take one more back bend. So if you want to choose another bridge pose, you could take that. If you're feeling a little wiped out, worn out, choose a restorative bridge pose and bring the block underneath the hips. If you're feeling really activated and ready, you can also choose a wheel, bringing the arms and hands into the practice, as long as you've done this before. So press through the feet or press through your hands and feet and come on up. You might place a block underneath the pelvis. So you choose. Last opening here for now, for this day, for this practice. Bust out of your edges, bust out of your constrictions, find your ability to respond and be free. One breath, and come on down. Hug your knees into your chest. When you're ready, rock it out gently side to side. Releasing the low back, any restriction there, just ease it out through this rocking out side to side. We'll meet with a little twist, knees to the left, right arm opens out to the right. And those of you still interested in doing a little more hip strengthening work, start by lengthening the outer right hip away from its waistline. And the left hand is on top of the right thigh, outer right thigh. Now you could use it to guide yourself deeper into the twist, and or you can use it as something to press into, and you lift the right knee up toward the ceiling with the pressure of the left hand pressing down. See what's available and good for you. You'll know. One more breath wherever you are. Come on out of it, come on back through center, a little rock in the middle, side to side. And we'll twist on over to the other side. The knees go to the right. The left arm extends out long. The right hand comes to the outer left thigh. And again, you could just gently guide yourself into a deeper twist, and or you could do both. You use the right hand pressing down to engage against the left knee lifting up. So just notice what is better and serves you and your body today best. Be sure that the breath continues, that your choices are made with awareness and kindness. No intent to harm or overdo, but a good intent to come to the place where your edge is today. And just honor that, whatever it is. Come on back to center and take a few cats and cows on your back. We'll take a few moments in inversion. So it may be as basic and simple as lifting your legs up into the sky. You could also come to a wall and bring your legs up a wall. You could place a block under your hips the wide way to support the whole width of the pelvis and just lift those legs up. You could also choose a shoulder stand or a headstand or a handstand, and those are to your choice. You're in your practice alone today, so make sure you feel safe. And again, choose the edge that feels really right for today. An edge might be to really back off and not even do an inversion. So you listen to your body, your breath, your internal intelligence. And if it's been hard for you to switch off the negative loop, then push yourself to explore something a little bit different. If you are in a habitual loop that is not serving you, it does take some energy to break that cycle. So just notice. We're going to gently come out of our inversion wherever you are. If you choose to spend your Shavasana with your legs up a wall, that is a beautiful, beautiful choice. So that is an option. Otherwise, you're going to find your way to your final relaxation pose, lying on your back, supports under places that need support, like maybe your knees, maybe a blanket over you today, something over your eyes. And if you prefer to take your Shavasana in a seated meditation position, that is also an option. So wherever it is you are, find comfort, find a return to self in a deeper, fuller way. Break through the barriers that hold you back by shifting your mindset and your heart, by envisioning what is possible. And with that little experiential vision in mind, let go into final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Mm. Hmm. Take a big breath in. And a long, full breath out. Inhale, full, deep, and slow. Exhale, let it go. See if you can melt some part of you even more. Soften. Wiggle fingers and toes and let your head roll side to side. Your jaw letting go. Roll off to your side as you're ready. And hug in. Give yourself a loving squeeze here on your side. Gathering in your energy for the day. Know this will serve you throughout your day and your week and your year. If there's anything to release and let go of, drop your forehead down into the floor and just surrender that which does not serve you anymore. Even if it's a habit, it's very comfortable. See if you can let that go and explore something new. Opening up some space as you rise to seated. Let your hands join at your heart. Let your gaze drop down. Find the earth again and yourself connected to that earth. Gratitude for that relationship. And just take a little silent Om for yourself, to yourself. Hands will rise up to third eye center and lift you up, 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 up. Letting your energy rise up and out and connect to all the sentient beings around you, wishing them all the best. We'll bow to one another from there. Namaste.